something happened to me on Craigslist, and I'm angry about it.
I'm Sarah from Arlington, Texas. Let's talk about that.
Good Mythical Morning!
This episode is brought to you by Rode microphones, the microphones we use in the field to make our videos sound good. Craigslist. Have you bought a lot of stuff on Craigslist? I think it's for us to talk about here. I'm moving away from the eBay and moving into the Craigslist world, especially living here in LA, because everybody close to me has something that I want. Yep. Why have it shipped?
Yeah, they got everything here.
It's a beautiful arrangement, and it's got a peace sign as the icon, which I guess makes me feel peaceful until something happens like what happened to me at the last time. Tried to use Craigslist. Huh?
Calm down a little bit. I don't want you to bust a blood vessel or something.
Okay. So I decided I wanted to get a backpack baby carrier. And I was going to look on Craigslist for this thing.
For yourself?
Well, I guess 50% for me and 50% for Lando, my 2-year-old, who I want to go hiking with my family, but dragging a 2-year-old by the hand gets old really quickly.
You can't do this. He'll never learn how to hike on his own.
I thought you were going to say walk. I was like, he already knows how to walk.
Right, he's beginning to walk. You have to let him do it.
Well, he's a toddler, and toddling on the edge of any sort of precipice is stupid. I'm a father.
You give him this backpack. I've got a 3-year-old kid. Shepherd.
I know.
We didn't do the backpack thing with him, and
you kept him in a trailer, one of those trailers with the bigger wheels, didn't you?
No,
you drug him around.
I let him walk.
Radio flyer.
I let him walk. I let him learn where the edge of the cliff is.
You have him on a leash?
No, I'm there. I'm like a cat. I got cat-like reflexes.
Listen, we went to the Grand Canyon. We asked people about kids going over the edge, and we heard horror stories.
Well, I'm not taking him to the Grand Canyon yet.
Well, that's where I'm going. I'm going to the hills, baby. I'm going to the top.
But if you give him this backpack, what's going to happen? If you let him live in this backpack while you hike, he's going to be 8 years old. He's going to be back there. He'll be 15. He'll be a 16-year-old with his driver's license. He'll be like,
Dad, can I get in the backpack and go hiking with you?
So it's a great idea. I decided to get one, and it's a great idea to get one on Craigslist. I think I find this one. They want $60 for it. It's
rip off
over here close by. I'm like, yes, this is great. I email the person and I say, hey, I said my name was Charles.
Yeah,
I don't know why. I just
sounds more official. Link sounds like somebody's going to rip you off.
Well, I've since changed my mind that now I'm going to say Link and put my website down there because they're like, oh, if they're a fan, maybe they'll give me a discount.
No, don't do that.
That's a mistake, isn't it?
Yeah, don't.
So I said, hi, I'm Charles. I live nearby. Would you take $55? I can come by. And I said Saturday night or Sunday night.
You made an offer, a little low offer.
$5 off.
Not insulting. Not insulting. Just low.
And I gave a time that I pick it up. So the guy replies back and he says $55 will work. Here's my cell phone number. Text me when you're on your way. I guess he didn't want to give the address so that I would sneak by in the middle of the night and try to steal it or something.
Well,
I think that's a common practice.
He wanted to be ready. He might be like in the shower or something. You don't want to be selling something on Craigslist naked.
So 2 days later, Saturday rolls around. I text the guy and say, hey, I'm ready whenever you are to come pick up the kid's backpack carrier. I'm Charles from Craigslist.
Yeah, of course. I know you, Charles.
And he texts me
What's
back.
What's your website?
And I'm like, okay, Christy, let's get Lando ready. Let's get all the kids in the car.
Because you got to put him in there.
We're gonna go over there. We're gonna fit him in there. Make sure it works.
Try it out.
I dropped 55 bones on this thing.
He's gonna get used to it.
As I'm scrambling, the dude texts me back and says, "Oh, I sold it to someone else this morning. Period. Ooh. Send."
Ooh.
And I immediately wrote back. It's funny. The first thing I wrote back immediately. Okay, send. I don't know why I had such a knee-jerk reaction to just be like, okay, sorry to bother you.
Okay.
And then I was telling Christy, that punk sold it out from under me.
That makes me mad.
She was like, grah! And I was like, grah!
I don't even think you should have this contraption, and it makes me mad.
And then I decided, I'm going to text this guy a piece of my mind.
Yeah, that's how you do it. You text him.
So I got on that text again, and I said, listen.
Buddy?
I didn't say buddy. I just said, listen, period.
Uh-oh.
Space.
Colon?
Nope.
Period.
Listen, period. Space.
Let me let you just do
If you agree on a price and a time to pick up an item, you shouldn't sell it out from under somebody. Period. Space.
Send.
Nope.
Sorry.
I could have been looking elsewhere. Period.
Yep. Wasting my time.
Smiley face. No smiley. And then I sent it.
LOL.
I sent it. And then I wait. And you know, with the new iPhone kind of thing, you can see when they're typing.
Oh, yeah. I love that.
I didn't see anything.
Ooh. No response.
And then I'm just like looking at it. I'm like, grrr.
Fuming.
Backpack carrier. I'll put this guy in a backpack carrier and throw him over a precipice. And then I see the cloud pop up, the dot.
Oh,
He's
here he
typing.
comes.
He's
Here he
typing
comes.
something. He's typing something.
Coming back.
Yes. It's taking a while. He's got a great explanation. Everyone's gonna feel good after I get this. Maybe he'll go back and get it from the guy. Sorry. Period.
That's it.
And so
wow.
I at least wanted some sort of a text rage rebuttal or something.
Was that satisfying? Was the sorry satisfying?
It was satisfying for me to hit that first send.
Yeah.
You know? Well, not the okay, but the second send. That one was satisfying.
Really good.
And then the third one was almost emasculating. But maybe the guy won't do it again. It's wrong, isn't it? People?
Yeah, I think that this is bad Craigslist etiquette. I also think, not to continue to judge California versus North Carolina, which we often do, but not that it couldn't happen in North Carolina, but it seems less likely that this would happen. Your word is your bond is a little bit more of a theme in the South.
Right.
Out here, it's sort of like, wheeling and dealing. If somebody shows up early, I'm giving them the freaking thing, dude. Get over it. Sorry, period, send. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's human. It's human to keep your word. If you agree on a price and a time, it's sold. It's over. It's over.
I got something I need to confess to you. The Craigslist.
That was you? You have my carrier?
I'm that guy. No, because my.
This is like all of a sudden you're going to be, hey, let's go hiking. You got Shepherd in the carrier. I know it wasn't you.
It wasn't me, but I feel partially responsible for something related.
Okay, so you didn't contact the guy and say, hey, that's a stupid idea. Don't sell it to him.
I don't know this dude. The last thing I bought on Craigslist was also for my child. It was a set of junior golf clubs for Locke, my oldest kid, my 8-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting into the golf, we're cool like that. Country clubbers, not really, public courses out here. And I was like, I want to get him some clubs. And
you should get him long clubs because he's going to be 15. He's going to say, hey, Dad, I want to go back to the 2-foot tall clubs.
Touche.
Yeah.
So I get him. I decide I'm going to buy these clubs for him, and so I emailed the guy, and he wanted 50 or something. So I said, hey, how about 40?
Oh.
And he says, you know what? I've actually already committed to selling these for $40 to someone else tomorrow. But if you can come over tonight and get them, I'll give them to you.
And you said no.
I said, all right, I'll be right over.
What?
Yeah. The window was closing.
The window was closed. He had already sold it.
No.
He wasn't being a man about it.
I think what he did is wrong, but I think I'm in the clear.
What?
I mean, hey,
he put the ball in your court. You could have at least texted him something rageful like, I would never do that.
It's like when somebody gives you an extra burger.
Period. Space. Send.
Extra burger in your Happy Meal. It's their mistake, but hey, it's a free burger, buddy. I'm going to eat it and enjoy it. It's just a couple of golf clubs and a junior set. $40.
Okay, people. But what would, in the comments, tell us, what would you do if you were selling something and then someone gave the same price but would pick it up earlier? Is it, once you agree on a price and a time to pick it up, can you sell it out from under them if someone wants to come earlier? Or if you know about it as a purchaser, should you say, okay, yeah, I'll swoop in and take those golf clubs or that baby character. I'll gladly deprive this other child of his development in the area of golf or loving nature by swooping in like a hawk.
My assumption was that the dude would maybe call the other guy and be like, hey, I got somebody to come in tonight, maybe, I don't know. It was the only $40 set of golf clubs on the entire Craigslist.
Are you apologizing?
Well, now that I know that there was some guy out there, it wasn't you who wanted the golf clubs.
Apologize to him. Yeah, he's watching.
If you're that guy who wanted to get some golf clubs for $40 and some guy said, you know what, I sold them to some tall guy last night, I apologize. And anytime you want to come over and swing around, I mean, it's like just share them. You know what? We don't play golf every day. You want to play with them for free? You can play with them.
And for that guy who's hiking with his kid in my backpack carrier out there watching right now, yeah, I accept your apology, but you'll need to text me, and I'll arrange a time to come pick it up. And if you've used it a couple of times, I'll just knock $5 off the price I'm going to give you.
You don't hike every day.
It's not too late for you to make it right.
You should be sharing it. I think that's what we ought to do. People should just share stuff more.
All right, let the comments speak their mind. I actually got another carrier already. I emailed 2 people the next day of 2 more that I found, and then I found one, and the guy said, yeah, pick it up at 11 a.m. And then at 10:45, he emails me one more time and says, my wife changed my mind. I'm not selling it.
Oh, well, that's different.
That was the second one.
When a woman is involved, anything can happen.
But then I got the third one. How do we end this episode?
Become Siamese twins.
We misspelled Siamese, but that's okay.
Where do we want to be joined?
In like the elbow, really. If you want, let's be joined like totally right here.
Well, the 2 most famous Siamese twins in history were joined like this. And do you know that
like the share along?
These guys actually each had a wife, which I don't know how that worked, but it was like, hey man, me and Cheryl are going to Chuck E. Cheese tonight. You guys are welcome to come.
Oh, really? Thanks for inviting me. You know, Betty, she doesn't like Chuck E. Cheese. She's a grown woman.
She can stay home. I don't care. I mean, this is our date night, dude.
Yeah, but I'm the one with the stomach here, so I think I get to make the eating decisions. We decided that back in 3rd grade.
Well, they pretty much
my stomach digests everything.
They pretty much have pizza.
You have the lung. I have the stomach. You decide what we breathe. I decide what we eat.
There's 2 lungs, man. We each have one. You know that.
Oh,
you've known that forever.
We share. I get most of this one though.